Sometimes a war starts when you don't really intend it to, and things just, before you know it, have escalated, and a little misunderstanding here, a conflict there, and pretty soon everyone who looks like your enemy becomes your enemy. It all started when I bought 2 betta fish, one for my preschool classroom and one for my apartment. 2 weeks later, both fish died on the same day. I know it was a joint suicide pact, but somehow a rumor started floating that I hadn't properly cared for them. And pretty soon, the whole animal kingdom had heard about this. At least, that's the only explanation for why they suddenly started to turn against me. I still have the scar in my left lady part from when my best friend's pit bull bit me right over the heart. The dog's name was Pumpkin. She wears a bandana that reads, "I have issues." And it was a close shave very soon after that when I awoke to find worms all over my bedroom floor making their way for the bed. They had escaped from the milk carton of dirt that I kept on my windowsill to bring into preschool for the compost pile. I thought worms would be easier to keep alive than fish. They were alive all right. Their leader was halfway up the bedpost going for my feet. I could hear them shrieking as I peeled them off the floor. "We heard about the fish! There's more where we came from!" I got them to school safely on the subway in a Victoria's Secret bag, but I could see them giving me threatening looks from the compost pile. Not long after the worm, the bed bugs moved in. They held a revival meeting in the apartment, and then one night they attacked. I don't want to talk about it. So, by the time the raccoon and I came face to face, I was on my guard. About a year ago, I got my driver's license for the first time, and I was a new driver, and I didn't know too much about driving or cars, and I was getting used to everything. I was driving home one night on a dark road, and another car was behind me, when all of a sudden, this enormous beast jumps in front of my car, arms and legs gracefully extended like it was going for points from the judges. I didn't have time to stop because the car behind me would have run right into me, and I thought that this was a raccoon the size of it could have been a horse, and in a split second I had to make a decision, so I went for it just like Selma and Louise going over the cliff. I can't stop, I gotta go, accelerate, boom! Ba-dum, 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 something is rolling under the car. I look in the rearview mirror, I don't see anything. I think that the raccoon is stuck under the car. I've never had a roadkill experience before. So I think I've got to go back and check for the body and make sure that it's there so that I know it's not under the car. So I go back and I look, please let there be a dead body, please let there be a dead body. I don't see anything. People are beeping behind me. I go back again slowly. I don't see any body. So I think it's got to be under there. I see a house with a hilly driveway. I back up into the driveway and go down. Maybe I can scrape it off. I don't see anything. I get home, I'm sitting in the driveway, I will not get out of the car, I don't know what to do, I don't want to face this. Should I call someone, the game commissioner, the police, a funeral home? I don't know, I can't ignore this. What if I'm driving tomorrow and a cop is behind me and the raccoon plops out onto the road? I don't have a hunting license, there are laws. I try to think of everything I know about cars, but all I have is 7th grade talent show when we did grease lightning. That's not helping me right now. I need to know how the parts of the car connect. If the raccoon can get through the underbelly like a soldier crawling its way through the trenches. What if I open the trunk and it leaps out at me like a naked Kim Jong from The Hangover? Or I'm driving along and it pops out of the glove compartment covering my eye? Because I know this is not an innocent creature. In my world, there is no such thing as a friendly raccoon. So I sit there in the car. After 20 minutes, I finally open the door and I won't look and I step out and I run into the house and I can't sleep because I know it's under there and it's sending word to all of its cousins to come and live in the exhaust pipe where it'll carry out its pregnancy and raise all of its babies like strong Aryan soldiers. The next morning, I tell my mom what happened and she calmly informs me that when you hit an animal with your car, generally it bounces off and continues on its way, and that there's no way that this is stuck under there. My whole family checks and looks, and there's nothing there, and I'm safe. I feel strangely defeated, and somehow guilty. How could I project such horrible things onto an innocent creature? What kind of a paranoid, crazy animal hater have I become? Maybe it was time to put this whole thing to rest, and to extend both hands in peace. Which I do now. But not around Pumpkin. I always keep one hand over my lady parts. Thank you. That's my story.